What's up, guys? I'm back again with another video on how to make the most bank possible in Gran Turismo 7. So, some of you may have seen my previous video, some of you may have not, so I'm just going to start from scratch because I'm getting a lot of questions about it. But I'll assume that you already have the Tomahawk. Now, the Tomahawk is a car found in Brand Central. You can find it under Dodge. There's a couple different versions of it. You want the XVGT. Don't buy the other ones because, to be honest, I have no idea if this glitch, exploit, whatever you want to call it, works with those. But I'll tell you now, this is the car you want, and this is how you're going to do it. Essentially, it boils down to just you destroying the transmission and driving around the track as fast as humanly possible 12 times. And that's it. 800K in your bank account. So let's get started. This is the Tomahawk right there. As you can see, I got a nice little 7-Eleven livery on it because we've been running this glitch 24/7 all day, all night since it's been out. So feel free to search in the livery shop to grab that livery if you want it. Uh, let's get going here. Okay, so we're going to move past the part of actually buying the car. We're just going to assume you already have the car. Go to your car settings. Now, your car originally is going to have like 1300 pp. You'll see over here I've only got 575. Now, it takes a bit to walk yourself down from 1300, but there's a couple key things. You want racing intermediate tires on. You want you don't need to worry so much about the suspension or the differential. You're going to want a fully customizable racing transmission, sorry. You're going to want a full tune or full control on the ECU. And then I think that's it. I don't think you need anything else. Oh, power restrictor, sorry. You're going to want the power restrictor. So you're going to come over here, and this is the main part of it, actually. So you're going to go to the suspension's going to stay the same. The differential is going to stay the same. You're going to want to put the output to 70. You're going to want to put the power restrictor to 70. You're going to want to leave the top speed at 580. You're going to want to come in here and you're going to want to destroy the transmission. Now, when I say that, this transmission arc is just insane. There's no real world car that has something similar to it. An F1 car would explode under these circumstances, I think, but it doesn't matter at this point. You're going to want to start from the bottom and work your way up. You hit these numbers. Right about here, you're going to notice that you don't have, the bar won't go all the way to 8.6. And that's fine. Just get it as far as you can. Go to the next one. Get it as far as you can. Go to the next one. Get it as far as you can. When you notice you come up here, you're going to come back down to this one. It's going to have a whole lot more room in the bottom end on that gear. That's just something I get a lot of questions about is why can I not get my first 3 gears to where yours are? That's the problem. You just need to chip your way through, come back, chip your way through, come back. You might need to do it a few times, but I promise you it will work out. So after that, you're going to update your PP, and you're going to notice that it dropped from 1300 to 575. Now, that's crazy. It's absolutely insane. So you're going to even notice that I have terrible oil, and it's not even going to matter. That's how crazy overpowered this car is. So you're going to want to bring that car over here. Now, there's a couple different races people are running this car with. There's this one. Sorry, not that one. This one. You can run this one if you want. I've done it. It's okay. It has 15 laps. It takes about 30 minutes. If you're really good, you can get it down to like 26. But it's a fun race, completely dry. There's a couple 90-degree turns or almost 90-degree turns that for me, this car just doesn't make with the way the transmission's built. So it is a bit tricky. And there's one thing with this car that needs to be said. If you get it below third gear, or fourth gear even, it has a really hard time shifting back up through the gears. You'll have to really feather the throttle to get it back into fourth. So that's one reason why I don't run this one, but it is a blast. It pays about $725, I believe, and it's about 26 minutes. So good race, fun to drive, la la la. Then there is one other one, and I think it's this one. Yeah, people have been running this one a lot too. So it's 30 minutes. So it's as many laps as 30 minutes takes. Same car. This course has one 90-degree turn that's crazy. It's a hard one. Even after doing 10 laps, you're going to forget about it. But this one takes obviously 32 32 or 33 minutes because you have to complete one extra lap. I guess you could just park at the finish line and wait. But it's about 30 minutes, and I think it also pays somewhere around the 725 to 750 mark. I've done it a few times. I find this one difficult. The back straight is awesome, but it's a great opportunity to crash, so I stay away from it. The one I run, and the one that the world seems to be running right now, is the Tokyo Expressway. Now you'll go to the Tokyo Expressway, you'll come all the way over here to the WTC 600. You're going to want to enter, and you're going to notice that this car qualifies for some crazy reason. And yeah, basically you're just going to come in here and you're going to completely dominate the competition. Best part of this is you will beat every car in here by at least a couple minutes. You'll be first within 10 seconds of racing, maybe 20 seconds at most. Wait for this Aston Martin to go over and get the picture. And then that's basically it. Now, there's going to be a couple tips I give you. You're going to want to throw your fuel map onto lean free. Right in the middle there. Route 3 will get you a good lap time, get you just enough fuel to complete all 12 laps without having to pit. And I don't pit. A lot of people argue with me that I should be pitting. I just don't care. I'm beating the competition by like 4 minutes, 3 minutes, so it really doesn't matter. I come through these turns at like half throttle. You can do it at full throttle if you want. I will tell you this right now. No penalties and a slower lap time is much faster than a fast lap time with penalties. So you'll get a penalty anytime you touch a wall. So try not to get penalties because it really can eat up some time. I've been able to do all 12 laps in under 20 minutes, and it's about $825,000. So $825 in 19-20 minutes is probably the most you're going to make overnight. A good grinding session with a couple of buddies on chat is an absolute blast, and you're going to probably profit $4 or $5 million, which is probably going to be the only way you're going to be able to afford those Ferraris and those Bugattis and all those crazy rides in the legendary shop. I myself am aiming for that Ferrari, and even with this exploit, it's become a challenge. So you've only got a couple nights or a couple hours a night to play a game, you got kids, you got a job, or maybe it's just you just don't have the time to game for 12 hours straight. This is the way to do it. You'll notice that I'm putting down consistent lap times around the 140s. You can get those lap times down to 120. I've even seen some people throw down like 16s and 10s. I don't do that just because it often enables me crashing into the wall, catching a bunch of penalties, which in turn just slows everything down. So yeah, basically that's it, guys. This is how I run this, and I'll just fly through these laps here and show you how it's done. If you got any questions, let me know in the comments. I'll answer as soon as I can. I've been pretty good lately. Gonna make a couple more videos. There's a couple other money hacks that don't pay as well, but pay pretty good. See, people hate this race because it's in the wet, so maybe I will do a couple dry ones for you as well, because for some reason the wet seems to throw off a big chunk of the population in the GT community. But throw in some IM tires, take it a little slow, you're cool, no problem. Coming into this last hairpin here, it's pretty gnarly. It's a gnarly hairpin turn. And I'm trying to keep it above 4th, because if you don't, you get a little bit of that transmission chatter. I don't know if you've seen that on the first pass. The transmission wants to walk its way back to 2 every time you get to 4, so it becomes quite a problem. Never pitting, even if the tires are red, we're running this car into the ground. It gets a little drier as this race goes on. Your only real issue you're going to run into is when you lap the pack. You're going to want to not bang into anybody, obviously. If you touch the wall there, you didn't even get a penalty. And that's huge in this. You don't want the penalties. I've watched a couple videos of guys doing laps and getting like an extra minute and 30 seconds added on to each lap, and it's just going to make this whole money loop a lot longer. It's going to drag it out. You're going to probably only get 2 or 3 runs an hour versus getting 4, so well, I guess it's impossible to get 4, but you know what I'm saying. The more the merrier with these laps, so try to be efficient, you know. Get yourself a Ferrari by the end of the weekend versus the end of the week. Some of these wide turns, there's some ample opportunities to pass, but don't get crazy. 10 seconds, 20 seconds of penalties is going to cost you a lot more than sitting behind the car you already at. So this hairpin's crucial. Now I'm going to show you a little something here. I'm going to drop the car down to second gear. Now you're going to see the transmission just wants to bark. It doesn't actually want to go there. And without me feathering the throttle to maybe like 30%, you will not shift out of second gear. So just remember that. We've essentially destroyed the transmission. She is angry, very, very angry. So sometimes when you get her down to the low gear, she wants to let you have it. A lot of these turns it tells you to brake for, I'll be honest, if you hit these corners at the right angle, I don't even tap the brake. But there's a good chance you're gonna catch a penalty or two. That S-turn's fun at full speed, I will say that. Coming down the back straight, I like to let off the throttle a little early, hit the brakes a little early. It gives you a little bit more room in this back corner, especially with this car. Other cars, ride that wave, man. Ride that wave. With this one, you're going to want to brake a little early. This car has a gnarly fourth gear, especially the entry in the fourth gear. It just wants to do it done up. So just remember that. Keep your gearing right. Shouldn't be an issue. You guys should be able to blow through this in like 20 minutes flat. Easy peasy. And just like that, that's 800K in your bank account. It's as easy as that. That was 19 minutes and 30 seconds for 825. And I don't know if anybody noticed at my terrible driving, but even driving like a pissed off 10-year-old will get you the clean race bonus. You could literally smash into every car, go backwards, come off the pit, over into a crowd of cars, break every goddamn racing rule you know, and you'll still get that 825K. So this is like a foolproof way until they patch it, which, let's be honest, it's coming. For sure, there's no way they're going to let us run with this. So get it while you can, get it while it's hot, get that car, that Ferrari, get all those legendaries you can. And let me know if you got any questions in the comments. Hit me up, like, subscribe. I'm going to make a bunch of other videos following some other money glitches that people are using. Probably even going to try this with a couple other cars, because who knows if the Tomahawk disappears from this race forever after this. But yeah, you can have fun with it. You can go as fast as you want, try and get your best times. You can get as sloppy as you want, just grind out the cash. You could do this half asleep if you wanted to. I know I've seen some guys doing some pretty crazy lap times the other day, and it was kind of fun just trying to, beat out my lap time. But like I said, stay away from the penalties. Clean race yourself. Get it into the sub 20s, and this becomes just foolproof for making cash. Hope you guys have a great day. Can't wait to see what you buy with all that cash. I'll talk to you another time.